Alrighty, good morning, guys. It is, what day is it? It is March 28th on a Tuesday, a little rainy Tuesday this morning. And we are in Psalm 41. And we're going to be in verses 9 through 13 today. So, let's go ahead and jump in and just share some thoughts. So it says, "Even my close friend, someone I trusted, one who shared my bread, has turned against me. But may you have mercy on me, Lord. Raise me up that I may repay them. I know that you are pleased with me, for my enemy does not triumph over me. Because of my integrity you uphold me and set me in your presence forever. Praise be to the Lord, the God of Israel, from everlasting to everlasting. Amen and amen." And so, David is, yesterday we talked about the idea that that he was just struggling with betrayal and people speaking badly about him and the gossip, and we looked at it from our end that when we gossip, when we slander, that we actually are taking part in the devil's work. But today he's kind of going a little bit further in it and talking about the one who has been betraying him. And what caught my attention was verse 9, because David says, "Even my close friend, someone I trusted, one who shared my bread, has turned against me." And what's interesting about that is that Jesus says this as he's sharing his Last Supper with his disciples about Judas. Jesus quotes this psalm as he's sharing the last meal with his disciples. And I was just thinking about that. We've been doing a series at church on the Lord's Supper and the Eucharist, communion, whatever perhaps tradition you grew up in. There are different names for it. But one of the things that has caught my attention about that last meal is that at the Lord's table you had a betrayer in Judas, you had a denier in Peter, and all of the rest of them were deserters. Like they all just took off once Jesus was arrested. And yet what has been so intriguing is that Jesus didn't shun them from his table. He didn't close them off from his table. Even to the last moment, those last moments of sharing that meal with them, that Jesus had an open table that they were invited to. And he knew. I imagine at this point he realized, hey, there's a betrayer here, there's a denier here, and these guys are all going to desert me. And yet he welcomes them to his table. And not only does he welcome them to his table, but you also remember that he serves them there as well, because that's also the same place where he washed their feet. And it just had me thinking this morning about, do we live a life that is we can either live a life that is a closed table or an open table. We can close people off from our lives and keep them at a distance so that we don't perhaps feel hurt, betrayal, denial, those types of things. Or we can live in a place where our life is an open table, understanding that sometimes people are going to hurt us, understanding that sometimes people are going to betray us, but at the end of the day, the love and grace of God wins. And God's going to show mercy upon us, and we're going to be okay. And I just know that for myself, I think living a life that's an open table is better. I'm learning that it's better. And I'm learning that also there's this sense that Jesus doesn't push me away from his table. Even though there's been moments in my life where I've betrayed him, denied him, deserted him. And so that's kind of just what caught my attention. One, we're accepted to the Lord's table. And two, we need to be the types of people that accept other people to the table. So, yeah, kind of what caught my attention. So, hopefully that makes sense to you guys today. Hope you're having a good day. It's Tuesday, so take time today. Take time Tuesday to connect with God in a meaningful way. Take time to connect with other people in a meaningful way. And we'll catch you guys tomorrow. Love you guys. See ya. Bye.